Welcome to Energy Humanism. This is the complete channel for you to find resources on how to argue with the environmentalists and how to win against the environmentalists. Energy Humanism is about fighting for humanity in the battle of ideas. I will show you the common claims of these environmentalists. What do they really mean? What do they want from you? What lies do they tell? And also I'll share with you the precise context, the precise facts, and the resource that rebuke that narrative. My name is Fierce Wing Chun and I'm starting a pushback movement against angry environmentalists who think that they are better than you. To be an energy humanist, we must first recognize that in order for humanity to survive and flourish, we need cheap, reliable, plentiful, flexible, and scalable sources of energy. And that source of energy is fossil fuels. Renewables like wind and solar can never compete with fossil fuels in equal and fair competition without any kind of deceitful accounting. And yet, environmentalists demand that the world should transit to renewables immediately. If you want to know more, do hit the thumbs up button and drop a comment below to request for clarifications, or let me know if you have any type of environmental argument that confounds you, that burdens you, and that you need me to look into. At the bottom of the video, you can get all the links to all the resource, and at the end of the video, I promise I'll share some of my personal motivation in starting this channel and this movement. So first of all, what is environmentalism? Environmentalism, the movement, is a modern social political movement that started in 1970. Its pioneers include Rachel Carson with a pseudo-scientific book, Silent Spring, and Paul Ehrlich with his erroneous book, The Population Bomb. In 50 plus years, notable thought leaders include Club of Rome, Sierra Club, Greenpeace, Hanson, Michael Mann, and more recently, Al Gore, Greta Thunberg, and Hollywood. Environmentalism requires one to put the needs of the environment above human needs. Don't get me wrong. You can love your cats, you can love your dogs, you can enjoy hiking, you can enjoy diving, you can enjoy exploring the world, you can enjoy the park connectors, you can enjoy picnics. That makes you a nature lover. You can conserve any part of nature for the purpose of human enjoyment, and that still makes you a nature lover, not an environmentalist. However, at any degree or any instance, you put the needs of the environment above human needs, that will make you an environmentalist. At the core of environmentalism is anti-humanism. Let me show you why. Environmentalists do not really care if climate-related deaths have fallen by over 97% over the last 120 years, meaning we became extremely climate resilient. They are only interested in scolding humanity. Environmentalists do not really care if the polar bear's population have increased by 5 times over the last 50 years. They are only interested in scolding humanity. Environmentalists do not really care if there's an increase in global greening over the last 30 years. They are only interested in scolding humanity. Environmentalists don't really care if we have the highest record of reef cover in the Great Barrier Reef over the last 36 years. They are only interested in scolding humanity. Environmentalism disallows environmentalists to accept the positive news about humanity and the environment. Don't believe me? Just do what I did. Cite a piece of positive news of humanity and the environment in front of an environmentalist. How much of an environmentalist that person is how much his or her face will grow in sourness. So this channel will constantly offer positive news about humanity and positive news about the environment, which allegedly the environmentalists care about. So stick around for more. Environmentalists simply do not realize how energy hungry the world is. For example, 3 billion people uses less electricity than a refrigerator every month. If you have a refrigerator in your house, then you're more elevated than 3 billion people in the world buy fossil fuels. 2.4 billion people do not have stove in their house. They have to rely on wood and dung to do their cooking. If you have a stove in your house, then you're more elevated than 2.4 billion people buy fossil fuels. 800 million people do not have access to electricity at all. If you have access to electricity, then you're more elevated than 800 million people by fossil fuels. The easiest way to lift these people up from poverty is to use cheap energy. And that is to say, to use fossil fuels. To say, stop oil, stop coal, stop natural gas in an energy hungry world is simply anti-human. How much you care for that 3 billion people, that 2.4 billion people, that 800 million people in the world is how much environmentalism, the ideology, hates these people. Environmentalism even suggests you to go childless, to reduce your carbon footprint, your carbon emission by 60 times compared to driving a car. For all parents out there, how much you love your children is how much environmentalism, the ideology, hates you. On a more personal note, having been through the primary school system in Singapore, I experienced the prefect system. So while I was in school, my grades were always on par with the prefects, sometimes better. I generally stayed out of trouble. I just kept thinking to myself, on what basis can this peer of mine police me? We are the same age. Everyone's still learning. We are in the same stage of our lives. I do not. I'm not saying that all prefects abuse their power. Neither am I saying the prefects that gone through school with me abuse their power. I'm just asking, why do these people have privilege over their peers? This is exactly how I look at environmental activist group. They have not built any company. They have not won any election. Why do they think that they are better than me morally? Why do they think that they are better than me intellectually? Subscribe to this channel. Also join my Telegram group where I deposit a whole ton of resources that rebuild the environmentalists. I'm always on open invitation to debate any environmentalist group in Singapore, be it the SG Climate Rally, Green Nudge, Singapore Youth for Climate Action, Climate Conversation, Fossil Free NUS, World Wildlife Fund Singapore, Centre for Responsible Future, Nature Society Singapore, Mother Earth Toastmaster Club. Just bring it. YouTube, I need you to help me to ask them to bring it. So YouTube, I need your help to gather enough momentum to make this happen. And when it happens, I promise I'll upload the debate online for your viewing pleasure. Most importantly, join this new movement to fight for humanity, show the environmentalists that they are not factually correct, they are not morally superior, and that we are too big and too smart to be bullied.